Awakening awareness begins when you start to see that life doesn't happen randomly. Every thought, emotion, and belief you hold carries energy that interacts with the world around you. That energy either builds your reality or keeps you stuck in old patterns. Most people live unaware of this connection, running on mental autopilot and repeating the same thoughts every day. Studies show that up to 95% of what you think today is what you thought yesterday. Those thoughts carry emotional energy that sends signals into the field around you, which then organizes your outer experiences to match the inner vibration you hold most often. The starting point of awakening is to realize that energy is the foundation of everything. You are not just flesh and bone, you are an energetic being constantly broadcasting signals. Every belief you hold is like a frequency, and your emotions determine how strong that frequency is. If you carry unhealed fear, resentment, or self-doubt, that energy becomes the lens through which you interpret the world. You might notice that similar experiences keep repeating, different people, same story. That repetition is not bad luck. It's feedback from the energetic field, showing you what still needs attention and transformation. When you become aware of your energetic patterns, you stop feeling like a victim of circumstance and start becoming the observer of creation. For example, someone who always feels unworthy may attract situations that reinforce that story, a boss who undervalues them, relationships where they feel unseen, or constant financial struggle. These aren't punishments, they are reflections of the dominant vibration that person is sending out. The solution isn't to fake positivity, but to shift the underlying energy by healing the belief that created it. Once that belief changes, the emotional frequency changes too, and new experiences begin to appear that mirror the new vibration. Emotion is the bridge between thought and energy. It's the part of creation that gives power to your focus. A thought alone is like a spark. Emotion is what turns it into fire. When you think about something long enough and feel it deeply, you create a strong, energetic imprint. That imprint influences what you notice, how you act, and how people respond to you. It's why two people can experience the same event but have completely different outcomes. Their internal frequencies determine what part of reality they resonate with. To consciously shape your reality, you must become aware of your emotional baseline, the feeling tone that runs in the background of your life. If anxiety or fear dominates, you'll unconsciously attract circumstances that match that vibration. Shifting it begins with awareness, not denial. When a difficult emotion arises, instead of suppressing it, pause and observe it. Ask yourself where it lives in your body, what memory it's connected to, and what belief supports it. The moment you observe an emotion without judgment, you start changing the energetic relationship you have with it. The emotion begins to dissolve because you're no longer feeding it with resistance. Energy follows attention. Whatever you give energy to expands. When you constantly replay stories of lack or failure, you reinforce that frequency and invite more of it. But when you begin focusing on gratitude, even for small things, you start activating a different emotional signature. Gratitude emits one of the highest measurable frequencies and signals to the universe that you are aligned with abundance. The shift doesn't happen instantly, but it's measurable over time. The more consistently you focus your energy on what uplifts you, the more momentum that frequency gains until it becomes your new normal. This is where belief systems come in. Beliefs are mental programs stored in the subconscious mind that determine what you think is possible. They act like filters that either allow or block new energy from flowing in. If you believe life is hard, your mind will constantly scan for evidence to prove it. The subconscious doesn't judge, it simply executes whatever you instruct it to hold as true. Reprogramming these beliefs requires repetition and emotional involvement. When you introduce new thoughts, such as, I am worthy, I am safe, or I am capable, you must also feel the emotion connected to those truths. That's how you begin rewiring your energetic field and your brain's neural pathways. Neuroscience confirms this. Through the process of neuroplasticity, the brain physically reshapes itself in response to repeated thoughts and emotional experiences. If you've been living in survival mode, your brain is wired for stress and defense. As you consciously introduce calmer and more empowering emotional states, your brain begins to create new neural connections that support those states. Over time, you no longer have to force positivity. Your natural baseline becomes more balanced and aligned. This same principle applies to manifestation. The universe doesn't respond to words alone, it responds to energy. You can say affirmations all day, but if you feel doubt or fear behind them, your energy is still broadcasting contradiction. That's why emotion and belief alignment matter more than the words themselves. The goal is to bring your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs into coherence, where everything within you vibrates in agreement with what you want. Let's take a practical example. Imagine you want to attract more financial stability. If, deep down, you believe money is scarce or that you don't deserve abundance, your vibration sends out resistance. To shift that, you start by observing your emotional reactions when you think about money. If you feel tightness, fear, or shame, acknowledge it. Then begin to consciously reframe your thoughts with supporting actions. For instance, each time you pay a bill, feel gratitude for the ability to do so. When you receive even a small amount of income, appreciate it fully. These consistent emotional shifts begin to rewire your energy toward abundance. And as your vibration rises, opportunities naturally begin to align with you. Energy alignment isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. You will still experience challenges and low days, but awareness allows you to recover faster. When you notice yourself spiraling into negative thought loops, take a breath and bring yourself back to the present moment. Awareness breaks the pattern by introducing a new frequency into your energetic field. The more often you interrupt old patterns, the weaker they become. Another powerful tool is embodiment. Awareness isn't just a mental exercise, it must include the body. Your physical posture, breathing, and daily habits all contribute to your energetic state. When you walk with your head down, your energy contracts. When you open your chest and breathe deeply, your energy expands. Small physical adjustments can create major shifts in your emotional frequency. Movement, mindfulness, and even spending time in nature all help regulate energy flow, allowing emotions to release and new beliefs to anchor more deeply. It's also helpful to track your progress. Keep a daily awareness journal where you note your emotional states, recurring thoughts, and energetic triggers. Over time, you'll start seeing patterns. For example, you might notice that certain environments drain your energy, or that specific activities consistently raise your vibration. This self-awareness helps you make intentional choices that align with the energy you want to maintain. Awareness is not about control, it's about conscious navigation. As your awareness grows, you begin to experience life differently. Instead of reacting unconsciously, you start responding with clarity. You notice when energy feels heavy or light, when people or situations align or don't. This sensitivity is not weakness, it's guidance. Your emotions become tools of navigation, showing you where your energy is in harmony and where it needs adjustment. Awakening awareness also brings compassion. You start recognizing that everyone is operating from their own level of consciousness and energetic patterns. Instead of judging others, you begin to understand that their behavior reflects their internal state. This understanding frees you from taking things personally and keeps your energy clean. Compassion is one of the most transformative frequencies because it neutralizes lower vibrations without resistance. Over time, this awareness leads to empowerment. You no longer chase external validation or force outcomes. You start aligning internally and allowing life to meet you at your new vibration. The synchronicities increase, and the right people and opportunities appear without struggle. The shift is subtle but powerful. You move from efforting to allowing, from reacting to creating. In essence, awakening awareness is the bridge between unconscious living and conscious creation. It's the process of remembering that your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are not random. They are creative tools shaping every part of your reality. When you begin to direct them with clarity and consistency, you transform not only your outer circumstances, but also your inner experience of life. The journey isn't about perfection or constant positivity, it's about honesty and presence. Every emotion, even discomfort, has value. Every belief can be rewritten. Every thought is a chance to create differently. The moment you realize this, awakening has already begun, because awareness itself is transformation in motion. When you live from that awareness, life no longer feels like something to survive. It becomes something you consciously design. You move from confusion to clarity, from fear to empowerment, and from passive existence to active creation. That is how energy, emotion, and belief truly shape reality.